hit that. Yeah. Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them?
Tonight, from Orchard Park, New York, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Bill. Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Buffalo. Buffalo Bills fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Tua. And he's got his target. That's more. And he is going to have a... Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it'll be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because
the ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Following the fumble recovery, Anderson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again, Anderson. firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis. And now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the Bills' 38-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
And throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here at 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 61 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10. And he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
At the 39-yard line.
From the gun, Anderson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Jesse Bates on the coverage.
Throwing again, Anderson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Anderson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Ed Oliver, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards.
1st down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
2nd and 2 at the 8-yard line.
On 2nd down, Tua, and it's incomplete.
Tunga Vailoa's pass thrown to the sideline, and
after the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
And 2 yards.
Again, they will throw it with Tunga Vailoa. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's Anderson looking to throw on 2nd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Brown make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Anderson on 3rd down. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
They'll start with the option. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And Oliver in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down, Panthers.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Their 49-yard line.
Tunga Vailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
Pass complete to DJ Moore.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 33.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Tua going to throw. Off to Geis on the screen. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
1st down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line.
A gain of 12.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 15-yard line.
Here's Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Tua on 4th down. And it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Tre'Davious White.
Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Anderson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Anderson. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the Panthers.
That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. From the gun, Anderson. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that obviously changes the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up until this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to him a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And it's third.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 29-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It's a 39-yard attempt right hash. And his kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This will be fielded inside the 5. So we've reached halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And a run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Greedy Williams on the coverage.
Anderson now from the gun on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the...
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff, now Tua. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he loses the football a 2nd time. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Matt Milano gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down again.
This is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Escaping the pressure. The ball comes out, and the Bills have recovered.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, all these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers.
Offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
A gain of 11 brings up second down at the 30.
Off the play fake. Anderson. And Escobar has it left side. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. That's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and bunching, and there's another first down run right there.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. From 13 yards out. And the Bills have taken the lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly, and now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line.
And it's third down.
Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the...
To a hit, and the ball is out.
Brady Jarrett.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And And it's third down.
Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense is. Been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bill. Will take over the football with a 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good third quarter. He likes whatever adjustments were made at halftime, whether those were team adjustments or just him talking to himself.
And whatever that conversation was, it was pretty good because he is running really well here in the third quarter. But I like to think it is a team adjustment. Offensive line, those big escorts of his, they figured out how to block a little bit better, and he's found those holes to run through.
He has indeed. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for a 2nd straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Anderson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
To a hit, and the ball is out. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Oh, boy, you ain't got
and this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 70th catch for him on the year. And like so many others, this goes for a first down.
First down, Carolina.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And the Panther first down.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the Bills' 34-yard line.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. A.J. Epinesa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Tua. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so...
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then by the way, blitz coming, and down he goes. Derek Brown in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way?
And this is caught inside the 5, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And he's got his man on the out route. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space.
And this is caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point splits the uprights. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Joyner. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Operating from the gun. Anderson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10, down to the 25. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills.